every one of them. The cost of the OPP, bringing in the OPP, the cost went up. It didn't go down. The cost went up. The cost did not go down. The KPMG study, once again, here we go with the consultants. I'm beginning to think that one day I'm going to wake up in this town and find out that this is the town that hired a consultant to tell them which consultants to hire. I actually believe that's going to happen. I believe it's getting that ridiculous. But in the meantime, our voices are being heard. We held the referendum. You people held the referendum. It isn't being held up there. It was not offered to you. The referendum, 2,150 lawn signs. 4,000 households affected by this. All of the people that have spoken to us and come out and emailed us and sent us messages. The mayors of other communities. That was a referendum. We hope, it's our hope, that this never raises its head again. If any council elected in this town wants to bring up the police issue, go ahead and do it. Just run on it. Don't bring it in the back door. Let us know that you're going to do this. Put your name to it. Don't bring it in the back door. Because we, look at this crowd here tonight. Look at this. We won't stand for it. So just don't bring it in the back door. Well, I'm going to bring up Ian Slesser of the Port Hope Police Service. Mr. Slesser made a very compelling delegation on July the 15th to the Port Hope Council when that vote went down. Mr. Slesser, would you take the microphone, please?
Yay!
Let's have another round of applause for Ms. Christie. And Ms. Ewing as well. My name is Ian Slesser. I'm here as a representative for the Port Hope Police Association. I am a 911 call taker communicator. Essentially, for all intents and purposes, if you want to look at it quite simply, I am the lifeline between you and an emergency and the uniformed officer on the street who is responding to your emergency. I'm the person you talk to, whether it's police, fire, ambulance. It does not matter whether you're in World War I or World War II. You call 911, you get me or one of my co-workers immediately. We proudly serve the people of Port Hope. And I got to say something. As a representative of the association, our members are humbled and honored by the amount of support that we see from people, not just in World War I. World War I was astonishingly impressive. I mean, the signs are everywhere. Give yourselves a hand. Also, I'm pleased to see them in War II. People in War II appreciate it as well, and thank you very much for that, folks, because we serve all the people of Port Hope. That's what we do. We do indeed serve all the people of Port Hope.
Amen.
And we had a truckload of signs. I actually thought to myself, what if this is just 19 people? And look at how many came out in the rain to show their support for our local police force.
Keep the Port Hope here.
The numbers that we have for signs out there are approximately 2,000. And that means at least 4,000 voters in this community want to keep our police. So I'm going up here tonight, and I'm going to do the very, very best I can to represent the people of Port Hope where they haven't been represented on this issue. Dan is going to read my speech once I brought up. I hope you like it. I hope I've done Port Hope proud. And I hope you all stick around and then make your way upstairs to hear what we have to say. There's another delegation speaking on policing, at least one more tonight. And I hope to see you all up here. So thank you, Port Hope. If we succeed in doing this, other towns are going to look to us as the town that is the template to accept their own local policing. And we will be more than happy to help out those towns. It'll be something
ratify or reject option 4, an option that would forever change the way Port Hope is policed. This comes after the 6th study of policing in Port Hope. We urge you all to vote against option 4 and show you believe maintaining the Port Hope Police Service is the best option for our town. The list of towns, large and small in Ontario, that now regret switching to the OPP grows longer every day. The Mayor's Coalition for Affordable, Sustainable and Accounting Policing started out with some 27 members. It has now grown to over 70, all with the same goal: to prevail upon the province of Ontario to control the ever-growing cost of the OPP policing. Many of the mayors of those municipalities have told us in personal and public messages that switching to the OPP has been a financial mistake they wish they'd never made. They speak of loss of control, inability to negotiate, lengthy response times, and spiraling costs. Some, like Cochrane and St. Mary's, have actually gone public in news media using the word bankrupt to describe their experiences with the OPP. With the OPP contract set as the highest paid police force in the province as of 2014, and the OPP undergoing policy change with respect to their cost recovery, one has to ask, what's the rush? We don't want the municipality of Port Hope to have to become another member of the Mayor's Coalition for Affordable Policing. Policy the Port Hope Police Service and negotiating the real contract costs after the fact is a flawed process. And you, the Mayor and Council of Port Hope, want to someday find yourselves, or whoever follows you into this chamber, forced to sign an expensive OPP contract because there is no Port Hope Police Service to go back to? Do you want to find the word bankrupt creeping into how you describe Port Hope? The Committee to Keep Port Hope's Police certainly does not want that to happen, nor do the people of Port Hope. The aim of the Committee to Keep Port Hope's Police is self-evident. We want policing here to be carried out by the Port Hope Police Service. Our committee is small, 19 members, but support for our goal has been huge. Whether you choose to listen to a 19-member committee is far less important than whether or not you choose to listen to the people of Port Hope. There was no referendum on policing in Port Hope, but you, our council, have been given one. Our committee has distributed thousands of signs to citizens from Ward 1 and Ward 2 in the last month. And the people who will put a sign on their lawn are the same people who will go out and vote.
And Mr. White,
out there on
as the
the lawns,
town's most famous
in the
eccentric,
windows,
how do you feel about
in the
this issue?
storefronts. The referendum you wouldn't hold. The people of the municipality of Port Hope are telling you as loudly and clearly as they possibly can.
I got mine on the back
They
here.
do not want to lose their local police force.
Right on!
They want the service delivery that the Port Hope Police Service provides. Council owes it to the electorate to include benefits with costs to calculate the value of our local police service. This will ensure that the very best decision is being made, not just in the short term, but for the future of the municipality of Port Hope. This is our legacy. On behalf of the Committee to Keep Port Hope's Police, the people of Port Hope, I thank you for your time and leave you with one simple request. Put the Hopes back in Port Hope. Please say no to option 4. So much for coming down. Thank you so much to the pipe band, to the police officers who escorted you, and even the weather hasn't dampened our spirits. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you all so much for showing up. My name is Dan Christie. I'm nothing but a member of the Committee to Keep Port Hope Police, and I'm the guy who, I guess, sort of got this thing started when it became apparent that option number 4 was going to be the only option. It isn't the only option. The vote is not tonight. The vote is next week on September the 11th. When that vote is held, does not mean, by any stretch of the imagination, that this is over. It doesn't mean it's over because there are any number of other options. Another motion could be put to the floor to do this all over again, to drag us through it again. Drag us through it in the manner that we've been dragged through, what is it now? 6 different police studies? 6 of them? How many times do you study something before you're misogyny? What we want to do, as this gentleman just said, is keep our police. And that's the bottom line on this whole thing, is to keep Port Hope's police. Once we lose our police, if that were to happen, we lose local control and we lose that small town feel. We have found in our research, the Committee to Keep Port Hope's Police, we have found, without hiring consultants, we didn't hire a single consultant. We went on Google. And what did we find? We found 74 communities in Ontario that wish they'd never gone with the OPP. We found 3 that have returned to their normal policing at great expense to themselves. And every one of them, the cost of the OPP, bringing in the OPP, the cost went up. It didn't go down. The cost went up. The cost did not go down. The KPMG study, once again, here we go with the consultants. I'm beginning to think that one day I'm going to wake up in this town and find out that this is the town that hired a consultant to tell them which consultants to hire. I actually believe that's going to happen. I believe it's getting that ridiculous. But in the meantime, our voices are being heard. We held the referendum. You people held the referendum. There isn't being held up there. It was not offered to us. The referendum, 2,150 lawn signs. 4,000 households affected by this. All of the people that have spoken to us and come out and emailed us and sent us messages. The mayors of other communities. That was the referendum. We hope, it is our hope, that this never raises its head again. If any council elected in this town wants to bring up the police issue, go ahead and do it. Just run on it. Don't bring it in the back door. Let us know that you're going to do this. Put your name to it. Don't bring it in the back door. Because we, look at this crowd here tonight. Look at this. We won't stand for it. So just don't bring it in the back door. That's your building. That's your building. And just let me get slightly carried away here for a minute. That's your building. This is about democracy. Look where we're standing. Look at that cenotaph over there and the people who died for democracy. And look what's going on up there. What's going on up there, in my opinion, is not democracy. It wasn't democracy. It is an insult to what's going on over there. And that's the way I feel about it. And every time some backdoor issue comes up in this town that we don't have a say in, that's one more little chip out of democracy. And personally, I find it an affront. I find it a personal insult that these things go on. And I think all of you do too, or you wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you all so much for coming out.
Well said, Dan. Thank you.
Accepting donation for wherever we're going to have to carry this fight through if on September 11th these people still decide to not listen to us. So if you wish to give some money, we have a bucket here. Any amount is good.
Now we got